Welcome back, everybody, to For the Sake of the Parlay. Today is April 23rd, 2026, and what we're going to do today is review yesterday's parlay of the day and give you today's parlay of the day. All right, so let's get right into it. But first, let me tell you why you should subscribe to our channel right now. We are PPCs, and PPCs are professional parlay creators. This is literally my full-time job. I create these parlays for a living. If these parlays don't go green, I don't eat. Next, this is a collaborative channel consisting of two people. We are lucky to have two PPCs on this channel, in the architect and the voice. Obviously, I'm the voice, but the architect is really the one doing a lot of the planning, designing, and managing throughout this parlay making process. Without the architect, there would be no channel or none of these parlays. Lastly, we are giving you free daily content and picks with receipts. Okay, this is our 17th day in a row posting parlays with reviews. We are showing you our actual betting slips and the results from the previous parlay of the day. We're going to keep posting these parlays and showing you the results because we don't get tired like Kevin Gates, and we ain't never scared like Bone Crusher. We ain't new to this, we true to this, y'all. Now do me a favor and smash that like and subscribe button and do it for the sake of the parlay. And before we get into reviewing yesterday's parlay of the day and giving you today's parlay of the day, I just want to let you know, as professional parlay creators, we are giving you the formula to create a successful parlay. First of all, we give you the ingredients, which are the picks for your parlay. Next, we give you the recipe, and that recipe is the parlay ticket. And what you have to do is let your parlay cook, and that's waiting for the results. And speaking of results, y'all, last night we had a nice little $106 parlay, and it was cooking for a little bit, y'all. And then we got burnt, right? And we got burnt by Bane. And Bane is literally the face of our channel for the sake of the parlay. And Bane burnt us, all right? Not only did literally the face of the channel burn us, but Orlando wound up losing by 15 points, and we took them at plus 14.5 just to throw salt in the wound. Jalen Suggs and Tobias Harris came through for us, though. Both had 5 rebounds and half, so they covered our props. Jalen Suggs finished the game with 19 points and 6 rebounds, and Tobias Harris had a monster game. He finished with 16 points and 11 rebounds. But the face of our channel, y'all, Bane, with the Bane mask, only had 12 points and 4 rebounds, so he did not reach our 20-plus rebounds and points prop, which is very disappointing. This game was kind of hard to watch, as the Pistons wound up getting a very large lead in the second half, and it looked like it was going to be a blowout. But to finish 98-83, when we took them for plus 14.5 points, is absolutely terrible. And I knew this game was going to go bad when I saw Rip Hamilton on the sidelines, okay? And Rip Hamilton treated me like a Justin Bieber groupie when I met him about 6 or 7 years ago. And yeah, I don't like him at all. And lastly, to see Franz Wagner just ISO all the time and not pass the ball to Bane when Bane's sitting in the corner, this was just really frustrating, y'all. Next, we were right about the over 8 in the Phillies and Cubs game, and I was right for a lot of reasons. First of all, Matt Boyd, he pitched an excellent game. He only gave up 2 runs. The Cubs wound up winning 7-2, so our over 8 covered. But the interesting story for the Phillies was Taijuan Walker actually did not start. They actually started Kyle Backus, and he only pitched for 1 inning, and then Taijuan came in and he pitched for 4 innings and gave up 5 runs, 4 of them being earned runs. And this is exactly what I predicted. Also read an article that they're thinking about moving Taijuan to the bullpen because they have Zach Wheeler coming back, and Zach Wheeler is one of the top pitchers in the MLB. So I was pretty right with this in my prediction. Wrigley Field can be a great field for a hitter's park in the right conditions, but sometimes it just doesn't matter if the pitchers aren't good, like Taijuan has not been lately. That can lead to a lot of runs being scored. All right, next we took the over 9 in the Chicago White Sox versus the Arizona Diamondbacks in Chase Field in Arizona. And yeah, we took the over 9 because I knew 2 left-handed pitchers pitching at Chase Field was bad news for both of them, okay? And this is what y'all want to see and hear on this channel. And honestly, I'm getting this over with early because our bet hit in the 4th inning, okay? If y'all want to watch SportsCenter and stuff, this ain't SportsCenter. I'm not going to say the end result of the game, but hey, our bet for our parlay hit in the 4th inning. So that's why I'm getting done with this one early. But like I said, later in the channel, when we get more followers, I can go more in depth about how I knew two left-handed pitchers, it was bad for them at Chase Field, and it's because of the dimensions of the field. All right, but yeah, this bet hit early, and for the sake of our parlay, I'm gonna get it done early. And if y'all wanna see what happened in the rest of the game, go watch SportsCenter. Next, we took the over 10 runs in the San Diego Padres game versus the Colorado Rockies, and we took the over 10, which was an alternate line, and the posted line was 12. That's why these alternate lines are so good, and it's very good to understand them, because if we would have took the over 12, we wouldn't have won our bet. But it didn't matter anyway, because our parlay was dead early, But yeah, Tomoyuki Sugano, I know your name now. I'm not going to be disrespectful. You pitched a great game and you beat the Padres. You pitched 5.2 innings. And you wound up getting the win and 4 strikeouts, all right? So they did well, and hey, this game was a high game. It was at Coors Field, but it went under 12, but it went over 10 for our parlay, our dead parlay. All right, lastly, we took the over 5.5 in the Anaheim Ducks versus Edmonton Oilers game. Now, the Ducks wound up winning 6-4 in a very high-scoring game. We took the over 5.5 as the alternate line, and this line damn near went double and scored 10 goals for the whole game. Edmonton's goalie, Connor Ingram, had a terrible game and gave up 5 goals and 27 shot attempts. So that was definitely the downfall, but that was good for our bet. We took the over 5.5 and the posted line was 6.5. So 10 goals were scored, but it didn't matter because our parlay was already dead by now. There were no alternate lines yesterday, so here's what you've been waiting for. Okay, so here's what you've been waiting for. Here's the parlay of the day for April 23rd, 2026. All right, and before we give you this parlay, I just want to let y'all know for the past 2 weeks, we've been giving y'all this octopus, all right? And that's the raw parlay. But what we about to do today is turn the octopus into calamari so we can eat good. Now look at this raw octopus from yesterday, all right? You see all these blank spaces next to all these games, all right? And you see how we bet $4.57? This is the calamari, all right? The calamari is all this green. And we got this very nice payout. Everybody came through for us. And yeah, I'm gonna give me a Whopper today because this is literally how I eat. All right, now here you have it. Here's the parlay of the day. First, we're going to take the under 5 in the Colorado Avalanche versus LA Kings playoff game. Then we're going to take the Minnesota Twins on the run line at plus 1.5 against the New York Mets. Then we're going to take the Carolina Hurricanes on the puck line plus 1.5 against the Ottawa Senators. Then we're going to take Brandon Ingram to record 3+ more assists against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then we're going to take Josh Hart to record 20+ points and rebounds against the Atlanta Hawks. Then we're going to take the under in the Pittsburgh Pirates versus Texas Rangers game. And then we're going to end our parlay with a 2-pick same game parlay with Julius Randle to record 6+ rebounds and Cameron Johnson to record 10+ points. First, we're going to start off by taking the under 5.5 in the Colorado Avalanche versus LA Kings game. I really like this game to be low scoring because the last 2 games have been low scoring. Also, they've had strong goaltending from both sides. Also, another big reason why the games have been low scoring and Colorado has been winning is because they both have good defenses, but LA's offense is not good. However, Colorado's offense is. Lastly, it's playoff hockey and the games have generally been slower, but especially in this series. So I really like Colorado to win in a very low scoring game. Next, we took the Minnesota Twins on an alternate run line against the New York Mets, and I just feel like the Minnesota Twins are the better team. The New York Mets have been very inconsistent. Also, Minnesota has been very good against the spread this season, so that means that they're pretty much performing as expected when needed to and not expected when needed to. So I feel like against a team that's on a very bad losing streak, Minnesota should be able to at least keep the game close, if not outright win. And lastly, I know Minnesota's pitcher, Joe Ryan. I don't know Mets pitcher, Christian Scott. So this is another one of my things that if I don't know you, I'm not going to bet on you. I do know Joe Ryan. So apparently this is Christian Scott's first start. So I really like the Minnesota Twins right here. All right, next we're going to take the Carolina Hurricanes on the puck line at plus 1.5. And I think one of the biggest reasons why they're even the underdogs in this game is that they're playing Ottawa at Ottawa. All right, and hockey in Canada is pretty crazy. So I really feel like the Ottawa Senators feel like they will have the advantage in the home crowd rooting for them. But the Carolina Hurricanes are still the better team. Also, Carolina has the better goaltender, and Vegas is just expecting this to be a close game. So I feel like Carolina will be able to at least keep it a close game and probably would outright win. Next, we're taking Brandon Ingram to record 3+ assists in this game. Now, I like this one because Brandon Ingram is arguably Toronto Raptors' best player, and he's their best all-around player. So not only does he score, but he does have a lot of usage. And he's going to be passing the ball, and that's about what he averages, is about 3.6 assists a game. So this is on the low end, and I feel like the game being at home in Toronto is going to help him perform better. Last game, he only had 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, 36 minutes. However, that game was not in Toronto, it was in Cleveland, and he should get a boost in minutes and motivation to help clear for our parlay. Next, we're taking Josh Hart to record 20-plus points and rebounds. I really like this bet because Josh Hart is a hustle type of player. Last game, he had 15 points and 13 rebounds. So I like him to duplicate that performance tonight. It looks like New York is only playing 5 people, and Josh Hart is one of them. He had 35 minutes last game. So do I think he'll be able to replicate getting at least 20 points and rebounds in 30-plus minutes tonight? Absolutely. He will go green for us. Next, we're going to take the under 8 in the Pittsburgh Pirates versus Texas Rangers game. And this one's pretty easy. Jacob deGrom is one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he usually goes deep into games pitching 6 to 7 innings. Usually in those innings, he gives up anywhere between 0 to 2 runs. Also, Globe Life Field, where the Texas Rangers play, is not a very hitter-friendly park. Also, the Pirates' offense is not very explosive at all, so deGrom should have a really good game. And Texas is missing one of its major bats in Langford, so that will really hurt Texas's offensive performance. So I really like the under here. All right, lastly, we're going to take a 2-pick same-game parlay. First one is we're taking Julius Randle, record 6-plus rebounds. He did this in his last game, and he averages about 6 rebounds. So this is what we're expecting him to do. Also, he's a forward, and this game has a total around 235 points right now. Julius Randle is going to be playing quite a bit, and I like him to get his 6 rebounds and go green for us again. Lastly, we're going to take Cameron Johnson to record 10-plus points, and Cameron Johnson is a good starter. He's very serviceable. He's a good defensive player. He should be able to get points off of some defensive mistakes from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I like him to score at least 10 points and go green for us as well. Lastly, Cam's posted over-under total for points is right at 11.5, so we're getting a little bit of a bargain, taking him with 10-plus points in the alternate line prop, but regardless, he still should cover for it. Here are the alternate line suggestions for April 23rd, 2026. First, we're going to recommend taking the under 9.5 in this Pittsburgh and Texas Rangers game, and like I said, deGrom is one of the best pitchers in the MLB. Also, Pittsburgh does not have a very strong offense, so this has all the combinations to be a good under, especially being in Globe Life Field where the Rangers play. It's not a very hitter-friendly park, so giving yourself an extra 1.5 runs would be very good, and I highly recommend it. Also, recommending taking the alternate line of 6.5 in the Colorado at LA game. Like I said, the first 2 games have only been 2 goals in the first game, 3 goals in the second game. It's been a very defensive matchup. However, LA's offense is not good. Colorado's is. I still like this one game to go under and be a very gritty, low-scoring game. So taking the under 6.5 is a better bet. Lastly, recommending taking the Carolina Hurricanes at plus 2.5 on the puck line. All right, this one is a very good bet because, one, Carolina's won the first 2 games. And like I said, I only think that they're favored. They're only the underdog because they're playing in Ottawa. All right, I think that they're a better team and they should come through. And taking the plus 2.5 on the puck line is a very good bet. So it's basically they have to lose by 3 goals. And as a team who's won the first 2 games, I don't really see them losing by 3 goals, even if they're playing in Ottawa. All right, and lastly, just remember with our alternate line suggestions for today, just remember a better number equals more cushion. For example, in this Pittsburgh Pirates Texas Rangers game, we took in our parlay of the day under 8 runs, but actually the alternate line under 9 runs is better because you give yourself more cushion. And with that better number and more cushion, it results in less odds. The under 8 runs is minus 115, and that is better than the over 9.5 runs at minus 250. Okay, so there you have it. That's today's parlay of the day. The few alternate line suggestions. Thank you for watching the video. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. And just remember, winners never quit. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and one good parlay can make your day. All right, good luck, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow with another video and a parlay of the day.